Welcome to Chapter 7, Concept 3, the zero exponent property. Now this one is going to blow your mind because it is like the easiest thing ever. You're going to love it. Basically what the zero exponent property says, any number or variable raised to the power of, you got it, 0 is equal to 1. O-N-E 1. That's right. That means if I give you x to the 0, whatever x is, it equals 1. If I give you 10 to the 0, that equals 1. If I give you 2,365,872 to the 0 power, that 0 power turns it all into 1. So this is a great rule to have in your back pocket because as you're looking at complex problems where you have multiple bases with multiple exponents, what you can do first is look through to see any of your bases that have a 0 on them. Because if they are raised to the 0 power, then it's automatically going to become a 1. And when you multiply by 1, you don't really have to write it in because it's not actually changing anything. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look at these problems on the left-hand side, and we're going to look for any bases that have an exponent of 0. What you're going to do is take your pencil or a marker, and you're just going to cross it out because it becomes a 1, and multiplying by 1 doesn't change anything. So let's see. That becomes a 1, that becomes a 1, that becomes a 1. And you've just cut at least one base out of every problem that we're going to look at together. So this is a fabulous property to remember. All right, so we are going to work on the ones to the left. You're going to work on the ones to the right, and then we'll talk about it some more in class tomorrow. Let's take a look. Remember, we always need coefficient, base, exponent. Coefficient, base, exponent. I know you love it. So here we're going to go. Coefficient, base, exponent is 1. Coefficient, our base and our exponent were there, but they became 1, so it's okay that they're not there now. I'm going to take my color and I'm going to box my coefficients and highlight my variables. So -4 times -2 gives me +8 and k to the 1, and that's it. You give it a try on 26. Bet you thought it was going to be tricky, huh? But it wasn't. Hope you got it. Let's take a look at 27. So we have coefficient, base, exponent. Coefficient, and it's okay that our base and exponent aren't there because they were there, but then they got turned into a 1. So we box our coefficients, highlight our bases and exponents. 1 times 4 is 4. X squared isn't combined with anything, so we're done. Your turn. Take a look at 28. How'd you do? Let's take a look at 29. Here we have coefficient, base, exponent, and this base and exponent are now 1 because the exponent was 0. Coefficient, base, exponent. All set. Box our coefficients, highlight our bases. Can highlight that in the same color, remember, because your different bases, different colors. So -2 times -3 is +6, x to the 1, and y to the 4th. There you go. Let's take a look at, well, here, pause the video. You do number 30. Did you get it? Did you remember to add those exponents on your V's? Hope you did. Let's take a look at 31. We'll take a look at these last 3, and then these will be your secret questions. These are the ones you do on your own. But we'll take a look at 31, 33, and 35 together first, just to make sure you get a good idea of how this works. Coefficient, base, exponent. Coefficient, base, exponent, base, exponent. Box them and highlight them in lots of colors. Okay, multiplier coefficients. 1 times -3 is -3. Now, when you have multiple bases, try to put them in alphabetical order. That's just kind of like proper etiquette with math. So we're going to go x first, and then y. 4 and 2 make the exponent 6. All set. Number 33. Coefficient base exponent times coefficient base exponent. And remember, I'm leaving out the h base here because of the 0 exponent. That turns it into a 1. Sometimes I just like to hum to myself while I'm working. Do you ever do that? This passes the time. Oop. As long as you don't forget one of your bases. -1 times -1 is 1. J will be to the 7th, and K will be to the 3rd. Now you may see this just as J to the 7th, K to the 3rd, and they may not use the 1 as the coefficient because, again, it doesn't have to be there because multiplying by 1 doesn't change anything. Last one, granddaddy of them all. Coefficient base exponent. Whew. Box it. Highlight an H. Any more H's? There we go. Highlight a J. Any more J's? No. Highlight a K. Got one here. Okay, we're ready to go. -3 times 2 is -6. H, 1 plus 4 is 5, so H to the 5th. J to the 3rd, and K to the 3 plus 3 is 6. And we are done. So there you have it, the 0 exponent property. Hope it wasn't too painful. Just tackle 32 through 36, and be sure to submit them on your WISC and your summary secret questions, and we'll see you tomorrow.